I've been meaning to do this review for so long. Okay, these are products I bought in Brazil, and I was in Buzios, Brazil for Christmas of 2010 and New Year's, and my whole aim of when I went to Brazil was to find hair products to trial, because I always believe Brazil is like a melting pot for all sort of ethnicities, and I figured they would have hair products that catered to would cater to my hair and everyone, all hair, all kinds of hair types. Fortunately, I've used these over the year and they're finished, but basically I would just I had quite a few, but these are the ones I'm going to just go through. This is the Liz Force Bioderm Reconstructor. Everything is in Portuguese. This was more like a cream. I mean, and I'm doing this so if you ever come across these products, you can also try them or know what it's like. It's more like a cream, an oil-based moisturizer. And I don't speak Portuguese. I do speak French, and I just looked at things that I could tell would mean intensive reconstruction, making it smooth. And I know this is recondicionador intensivo lisant. So all those three words tell you, right, that like a reconstructor, intensive, makes your hair supple or whatever. I mean, so I bought that. Most of these products that I have here work differently. They're really great moisturizers, and this, like I said, was more oil based. And if you know, I like the EO restorative and color treated hair conditioners. This is similar to that. It's a little more oil based, so you get this suppleness and smoothness when you apply it. I applied all these products when I was in Brazil, where the weather was really nice. It was humid. I mean, it's tropical, and so my hair had a lot of curl definition and also was well moisturized. In the dry climate here in Botswana, I got that on initial application, but it would dry out because of the weather here. So I think products like this are great in humid, more moisture-based climates. It does give you that feeling on application and for a while, but if you're in an extremely dry area, eventually your hair just gets this crisp feeling. But most of all, at the end of the day, when it dries out, even though it feels dry, there is a smoothness and suppleness about your hair. Okay, so that's one of them. This I like the best. This is more like, I think it's probably cholesterol based. It's the Colin brand, and it reminded me a lot of Queen Helen. This reminded me a lot of this, but probably a more modern version of it, in the sense that the Queen Helen is sort of thick and sticks in the bottle. I mean, you can turn it upside down and it's still at the top. This comes out and you just, squeeze it out and apply it to your hair. It's very moisturizing. It doesn't give you shrinkage, but it moisturizes your hair, gives it the bounce. And I think for people who don't need heavy oily products, you'd add probably like a teaspoon. And people like me with thickish sort of hair, curlier hair, and that gets very dry in dry climates, you'd apply a little more. But this for me was my favorite, the Colin Original. And let me see if there's something I can read to you. It is, it says, what does it say? It has essential oils. It's a treatmento sodival. I don't know if it means, but I liked it. It was very cheap as well. It was like $3.49 in Brazilian currency. and I loved it. I love this a lot. Then there was this, the leave-in Trimotavibado, I'm so sure it's treatment for anti-frizz. It's the botanical hair. And I'm just showing these things to you so that you know the brands, some of the brands, and if you come across them, you can always try them and know that you can use them in your hair. This was also good. I liked it in Brazil. And outside Brazil, of course, on application was fantastic in Botswana, but it dried out. But I still, my experience of using them in Brazil was great. So you're better off, try them out. This was not bad as well, but it had this macadamia, suppose almondy fragrance, which I didn't care for too much, like the fake almond. But I think it's a great product. I mixed it in with oils as well because I felt it was a little like the sulfate-free conditioners. For me, I don't really like the sulfate-free conditioners, or I haven't found one that works well with me in the terms that I find that the sulfate-free don't give me as much slip. So I added some oils to it, but on its own it was fine, but I needed a little more slip, and I think they're great products. This I loved a lot. And you know what? One thing I liked about the Brazil, I think because there are women with a lot of hair, so they have big jars of hair stuff, conditioners and stuff like that. Now, I only went to the pharmacies because I'm not sure where the local Brazilians in Buzios go and get their hair products. But Buzios is sort of a resort area, so they're catering to tourists, I mean, on a smaller scale. And I'm not sure the pharmacy is the best place to go, but that's where I found my products. But they had these humongous jars. I just couldn't bring them. I bought one and I gave it to my sister-in-law to use with the kids. So, I mean, she travels with a lot of stuff, so she didn't mind taking it. I was just a little worried about weight, but they have these humongous jars. I guess if you have thick, long hair, that's the country for you. You'll have the size that you want. But I like this a lot. It's a cream treatment. It says creme de tratamento auto activado. And it's got keratin, I think, proteins. But it was very, and it says maximum hidratatio, which must be very hydrating. And it gave you, your hair immediately has this bounce. It's like it's happy. And then it feels very wet. So if you want like a wet, bouncy hairdo, it'll give you shrinkage. It'll make your hair shrink. So you have this, but the curls are defined. It's alive. It's, you have swing and all that. Great when I use it in Brazil. Great here when I used it here as well, but eventually it will dry out and then it sort of stiffens a little, So on the whole, I loved all the products I bought in Brazil. Oh, I knew there was some missing. Then I have, and I think everything with the sterol at the end must have some sort of cholesterol in them. This is a Vamasterol. Also liked it very much like this. It gives you all the moisture you need. It says creme multifunctional, which is a multifunctional product with proteina hydrolysado. And I know lysado must be lysé, as in giving slip. And the proteins is in, it's for cabellos secos, which is dry hair, or quisamento tratados, maybe, I don't know. I was going to look up all these words, but I figure if I don't get it done now, it'll be 20 to 14 when I do it, and I didn't want to do that. This was just like this. Great moisture in terms of wet moisture, not oily moisture. Give your hair bounce. It will make you get shrinkage, curl definition. It's like a cross between this and this, or like a cross between this. It gives you that. So basically, these are some brands that you can look into. Yamasterol. And then you have the, it says with silicone. That's why I liked it. It was that gave you slip. This is creme de tratamiento. The brand is, not sure what the brand is. Maybe that's a brand. But this is it. So you can, if you ever come across products with this you know, you can use it. Try it out. Then the Sempre Bella. Siempre usually is siempre. Well, I know it's in Spanish. So beautiful something. Kind. I don't know. So you have that. Hidrato. So there you have that. And then you have the Colin. You can even go online. Some of them you can't find online. Okay. And then you have the Botanico hair. And then they're looking old because I've had them for more than a year now. And the Bioderm. The Lis Force. So these are Brazilian products I tried. I thought I had more than that, but I must have thrown them away. So I've finally done this. So I think they are worth trying. At least the products I chose was, I wanted things that were for dry hair, damaged hair, needed treatment, anything that said aerol or cholesterol, I bought. So I was happy. Yes, I bought shoes too, beautiful shoes, and I probably would maybe do a video on that for you to see my beautiful Brazilian shoes. And so if you ever come across these product brands online, give it a shot. Give it a shot. Thanks for watching.